In this video, we will cover the difference between a form and a checklist. If you hover over the green question mark, you'll read about stacking, bumping, submitting, and sweeping. We will cover each of those so that you have a clear picture of what they mean. On the iPad, if we look at this audit form, we can complete some of the items on the form and everything will be auto-saved, so you could leave the form and come back to it, pick up right where you left off. However, you won't be able to actually submit the form until you have completed the whole thing. This is a popular option for things like audit and inspection forms and employee forms because you usually want to keep all the information visible before submitting it. If that is what you are looking for, then make sure to set this up by selecting form on the back end here instead of a checklist. So that's submitting, which happens on a form, but now let's take a look at a checklist and what it means to sweep items. If we come to this cleaning checklist, notice how I can check off a couple items and then sweep them off the list. This is advantageous for repetitive task-based lists for two reasons. It provides an extra sense of accomplishment for the employee, and it auto cleans up the list, so you only see what needs to be done. If you want to be able to sweep items off the list like this, make sure you set this up as a checklist on the web portal. One more difference between a list and a form is in bumping and stacking. Checklists will bump, meaning that for a daily checklist, the checklist for tomorrow will replace the same one for today. In this weekly example, if we don't complete this cleaning checklist and we roll all the way around to next week when the new one shows up, it will replace the old one, so we don't have to see the same list twice. This is good for repetitive tasks and makes sure that the display for the employees doesn't get cluttered and it keeps the system clean. You will still have a complete record of everything that was either done or missed in the review section, so you're not losing any data. This just ensures that the employees only see what needs to be done. A form, however, does not bump out or replace the prior one. If you set a form to repeat, then it will stack on top of the old one and you will see both of them there in the system until they are completed and submitted or deactivated. So what's the difference between a form and a checklist? Checklists will sweep and bump, which is great for repetitive tasks, while forms will stack and need to be 100% completed before they are submitted. So that way, you always have your information together in one place.